Okay. Hey everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. Yeah. What we're gonna talk about in this video is how Victor and I found out that we were pregnant. Victor, I mean, okay. I'm just out of breath. 2 minutes and I haven't said anything. Let's get on these pillows. Okay. Paris, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my first video ever for the YouTube. Paris, honey. Well, today I am here to talk about being pregnant. This is my first pregnancy, and you know, I just felt like it'd be great for me to kind of document it, and then I maybe will put it out there. I don't know if you'll see this video or not, but I'm just gonna go as if you're gonna see this, okay? My thought is, yes, to make a pregnancy diary on video, and I'm 8 weeks now, and so that way you'll probably find out like when I'm 14 weeks or something like that, and you can go back and you can be like, okay, that was Nicole in 8 weeks and what she was feeling, and maybe I feel this, or because I don't really feel what everyone says I should feel. I don't know if it's like, it's just different. So we'll go through that, because I feel like up to this point, up to 8 weeks, we got a lot to catch up on. Okay, so let's start with, how did this happen? How did I get pregnant so fast coming out of the Big Brother house? I mean, honestly, no, it's insane. It's something we're very excited about. I'm just pretty shocked about it still. So our wedding was postponed 3 or 4 times. I can't even keep track at this point. I think technically 4. We were supposed to be married on December 9th. And so getting pregnant right now would have been great for what we had. Ow. These pillows are not straight. What we had planned, okay? I get out of the Big Brother house and I'm just thinking, I am gonna be 29 years old and I'm ready for a family. Vic's ready for a family. I've never been on birth control, but let's like stop preventing pregnancy, maybe. And so we did, and we didn't do it during ovulation or anything like that, which is pretty crazy. But we must have, right? So my ovulation wasn't right according to my app. As far as the pregnancy test goes, Victor just bought some from the store to have on hand for the future. And one day he was just like, hey, you should take one. And I was like, there's no point, like there's no way. And he's like, just take it. And it's like 6 days before my missed period. I'm like, okay. And then there was like a faint positive line that I found when I went back to the bathroom like an hour later. I didn't tell Victor. He thought it was negative because that's what initially happened. And I thought, but let me Google, and it just said that you shouldn't, you know, after X amount of time, you shouldn't really, the results aren't correct. But then I kept reading further, and they said if there is like any positive faint line, it could potentially probably mean you're pregnant, because that means that if you have any HCG in your urine, that means pregnancy. And the next morning I decided, okay, let's try this then. Let's do it. Let's take another pregnancy test. And then I did. My mom was over, we were making caramel apples for my bridal shower, which was the next day. I was like, Mom, come in here. Look, this was like very obviously pregnant in the first like 10 seconds immediately. And I was like, holy crap, I'm really pregnant. So it took me a little bit to, you know, still took me out like probably a week to like really, holy crap. But I shared it with Victor in like 24 hours. I did this cute little thing. There's a video.
Yes. Oh my God.
When I found out I was pregnant, I'm gonna be as transparent and open as possible about everything. People seem to love to talk about what they think and what they think they know about me, or what they're assuming, what they're dissecting, what my stories mean on Instagram, and what this like, well, here I am, I'll tell you. You don't have to dissect anything. I'm an open book. I'm learning to be an open book. I'm pretty private, but you guys give me no privacy. When I found out I was pregnant, I was on Cymbalta for anxiety. Okay, this is something I started right before I went on Big Brother All Stars because I knew that house was gonna be stressful, and boy was that correct. So with my nursing background, I decided I'm stopping cold turkey, even though you're not supposed to, okay? Don't do that, talk to your doctor. For me, I just did. I knew it was the lowest dose. I knew that it wasn't good for my baby, and I knew that I'd definitely have side effects from this, but it was something that I could get through, okay? I was very dizzy and sick for about a week. It was pretty brutal. My hormones were all over the place with this, me stopping Cymbalta, which is a serotonin, norepinephrine reuptake inhibitor. That's something that messes with your chemicals in your brain, right? So I have that going too. So I'm just like, oh my gosh, all over the place while trying to plan a wedding during a pandemic, while coming out of Big Brother. It's been crazy. Then I realized my anxiety is coming back. Cymbalta must have did more for me than I knew it did. I've been having nightmares. I've been having nightmares about Big Brother constantly, and then they turn into anxiety, and then it turns into worrying about the baby. And so I started just recently, it hasn't even been a week, on Zoloft. Zoloft is one that they recommend for anxiety during pregnancy. You can also take it during nursing. And so I figured, since my blood pressure has been very high, that I need to take it, that the benefits definitely outweigh the risks, okay? And that's something you talk to your provider about. Anyways, that's very transparent with my medication because I feel like not a lot of people talk about that stuff, and that they probably should open up about that. Okay. How did I know that I was pregnant pretty early? Now looking back, things seemed a lot more obvious than they were in the... Things seem a lot more obvious now. Like when I was craving pasta for breakfast for 5 days in a row. I remember putting it on my story, and I was just like, this is normal. Like, I'm just really hungry. And then I'm thinking, oh my gosh, that's a pregnancy craving now. That was something that was a pregnancy craving. I wanted like stuff I didn't even like hamburgers and stuff. I was craving that. I was craving fast food, and I could eat 3,000 calories a day and still be hungry. Like, it was absurd. And then around week, that's probably when I gained that 5 pounds. Because then around week 6, I started feeling really nauseous all day. It's uncomfortable, morning sickness. Morning sickness, they say, was probably named by a guy who's never had morning sickness, because it's not just morning sickness. It's morning sickness, it's night sickness, it's day sickness, it's in the middle of the night sickness. Like, always feeling nauseous, always feeling like repulsed by food. Like, I can cook Victor a really nice dinner, and it could be something that I love. But by the time I'm done cooking it, I'm so grossed out I don't want it. Anyways, for the sickness, if it gets real bad, you can talk to your doctor about Zofran. But these have been working really great for me. Thanks to my friend Megan, these worked for her pregnancy as well. And they're like little cute lollipops that taste really good, and you keep them at your bedside. Just got them on Amazon. Okay, and things that are really important, the doctor says, is getting folic acid, taking a good prenatal, especially if you're not able to, you know, eat healthy. I'm normally craving salads and stuff right now. Vegetables just gross me out. Meat grosses me out now again, like chicken. Ugh. I pretty much live off of toast. Toast and grilled cheese. So I started on these. There we go. Okay, focus on me. They're huge. They're like this freaking big. I literally almost choked and thought I was gonna die. Victor picked the most organic, like, coolest pills, which I'm really grateful for. but they're too big. I even broke them in half and can't do it. So I got these chewables. Come on, focus. Okay, they're called Smarty Pants. They look like dots. I'll show you. They look like dots. You take 4 a day. Okay. On top of this, you need folic acid. If you can take these and stomach them, do it. This is really, really good for you because I think like actual vitamins can carry a lot more than chewables, but that's just like something I've read before. Things that people don't talk about. Your breasts, they get very tender, but they start growing immediately. This is the biggest my boobs have ever been in my entire life. And they honestly got so big so fast that I was terrified. Like, I was just like, what's happening? Like, what is going on? I'm not joking. I called my best friend. I was like, I'm like freaked out when I look in the mirror because it happened so fast. I'd say by week 4, when I found out I was pregnant, my mom already noticed the size of my chest getting bigger. And, you know, could be weight gain some, but like, it's more than just the size of the boob. It's everything is growing, okay? And then also I woke up one day and my nose shape was a little bit different. I guess that's something that happens, especially if you're having a boy. So I don't know if I'm having a boy, I don't know. My skin has been really good though. I haven't had any like extra breakouts. So that's good. So I've been nauseous. I've been really tired. I get out of breath quite easily. I think probably like the increased stress and stuff, I guess. Oh, I go to the bathroom. I never wake up and go to the bathroom. I go to the bathroom like 4 times. By week 5, I was waking up 4 times in the middle of the night. So much that I had to switch Victor spots in bed. And I was thinking, like, I thought this was something, okay, I thought this was something that happened because you have a huge baby and it's putting pressure on your bladder, right? So you gotta wait for the baby to get big to have this symptom. Same with the boobs. I thought, okay, you know, once the baby's ready to come, then that's when they'll be ready to produce milk. No, this stuff starts happening really, 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 really early. Really early. I'm not even out of the first trimester and I'm noticing so many differences in everything, and not to mention mood and hormones. I feel pretty bad for Victor because sometimes I'm really like moody and snappy and I don't mean it at all. I feel like I'm a lot more blunt, a lot more to the point, and just like I'm moody. So I'm hoping that that kind of calms down as well. Okay, so some cool things some informational things that I want to share with you is Sprout is a really great app. I think it's $4.99 and I paid for it, and it's an app that's really great to it gives you a 3D visualization of your baby, and it also talks about a lot of things that you might not know, such as like avoid hot baths right now because the internal temperature of your core, if it gets too warm, can damage the baby, which I didn't know. I take really hot showers, so I'll start bringing those down a notch for sure. Mani and pedis are okay though, but then getting exercise. I'm not someone that exercises a ton in real life before I'm pregnant, I mean pre-pregnancy. So, but I do want to start, we got a treadmill for Christmas, I'm gonna start walking. This is now a good time, 8 weeks, to start walking on the treadmill, doing maybe swimming, walking, yoga, something very light like that. What's really cool is my baby is now having a left and right chamber in the heart. They're growing a neck. They're growing limbs in appendages, but they're still webbed. And what else? They're getting their upper lip. The umbilical cord is now developed. The tail is gone. That's something that does not grow. And so the fetal organs develop between 3 to 9 weeks. So the organs are almost like developed, which is pretty crazy because my embryo is only the size of a jelly bean. So like the baby has all those things in the tiny size of a jelly bean. Oh, and also my baby's retinas are starting to form, so whatever color eyes my baby's gonna have, whether I have hazel and Victor has dark brown, so we'll see what my baby ends up with. And also in that app, it's cool because there's a PDF journal where you can like type, keep track of things. But I also like to keep track of things like on hard. I'm like a old school planner type of girl. Victor's mom got me the first time mom's pregnancy journal, and I like it. I write in it every night before bed. Just kind of keep track of things like that. There's a lot going on. And then in the next video, I'll talk about the ultrasound, our first ultrasound. But thank you so much for joining me for a little bit of this chaos that this beautiful chaos that I'm in. Okay, see you next time. That was kind of awkward. See you later. Okay, how am I gonna sign out? See you later. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm leaving. Bye.